watching these people and have heard them from their family that they're addicts. That explains a lot. They're addicted to the substance, and more than likely, when they get up in the morning, they're either in withdrawal or they just don't feel good, so they need to do something in order to feel better. Here's the thing, guys. The writing is on the wall, okay? Desiree needs to get her kid back. We need to ban this type of content on TikTok. I get that some people are making money off of it, some people, but these are 5 kids, okay? These babies deserve better. Let's start doing something more, okay? If you're a parent on these apps, demand that this content be banned.
Oh, babe, grab your popcorn because the internet is buzzing and the drama coming out of the Jenkins camp right now? Absolutely unhinged. So apparently, instead of fixing the absolute mess they're already in, Drew Jenkins and his wife Stephanie might be out here making it even worse, like setting the whole circus on fire and calling it content. According to the latest online whispers, and let's be honest, the internet rarely misses, Stephanie Jenkins might be pregnant again. Yes, AHGHAHIHN, another baby. And if that's true, we're not just dealing with a questionable parenting moment. No, this is giving full-on train wreck unfolding live in front of all of us. So here's how this whole mess started. Joe, who had the original TikTok account that often dropped all the tea on the Jenkins family, his account just vanished. Poof, reported and banned for reasons no one's really sure about. But that's not even the juicy part. What's really wild is how fast a new account popped up right after, like, immediately. Almost like it had been sitting in the shadows, ready to pounce. And get this, the new account. It sounds exactly like Drew. Same tone, same chaos, same dramatic flair. People online are saying if it walks like Drew, talks like Drew, and stirs up mess like Drew, it's probably Drew. The username, something bold like Drew Jenkins Daddy Daycare. You cannot make this stuff up. But hold on to your wig because it gets crazier. That account straight up posted something along the lines of, "You'll see my wife on live. Go subscribe, we're almost ready to announce our news. Yes, she's pregnant. And no, that's not even the news." Like what? Who even announces a pregnancy like that unless they're starving for clicks? That's not a baby announcement, that's a marketing campaign. It's giving let me drop a bombshell and then beg for followers energy. And it's working because everyone is talking. Now, whether this is actually true or just another shameless stunt, the fact that people believe it so easily, that says everything. It fits so well with the Jenkins pattern that it's honestly not even shocking anymore. It's just sad. Stephanie literally just gave birth 4 months ago. Like, her body probably hasn't even finished healing, and now we're already talking about another baby. That's not just questionable, it's reckless. Let's talk real for a second. Postpartum recovery is not a cute little nap and back to business. It's real physical and emotional healing. Hormones are still all over the place, organs are shifting back. There's exhaustion, sleep deprivation, and for Stephanie, a known hernia. Yup, she said herself she had one. And for those who don't know, a hernia isn't some little inconvenience, it's serious. Pregnancy while you still have a hernia can be extremely risky, even life-threatening. Doctors usually recommend waiting at least 6 months minimum before even thinking about getting pregnant again, especially with that kind of complication. And here they allegedly are back at it already.
Y'all read this shit. As some of you may have heard, we're expecting a new baby. My queen is such a great mother. The good Lord bless us again. Miss Jenkins, everyone. This came from Drew Jenkins' baby daycare page, okay? Listen, I don't know how true this is. I know, it's just allegedly right now. I don't know if this is even a real page or if it's like a raised bait page. But in all honesty, if y'all are pregnant again, first question, number 1, where are y'all having sex at? And please tell me where y'all having sex at. I swear, if y'all having sex around them kids, you are screaming for them kids to be taken away from you. You are screaming. I see somebody say, well, Drew stated, that's what the bathroom's for. There's no way you get that horny. There's no way you get horny with your kids lying right next to you. There's no way. I don't care how horny I am, baby. I'm not comfortable. You don't feel that they're going to open their eyes and see you and mommy, see mommy and daddy doing it. Like, what? And then they go back to school and tell the teachers, oh, yeah, I saw my mommy and daddy doing it. You don't think, you don't fear that? You really don't.
It's not just medically dangerous, it's emotionally overwhelming. Stephanie is likely still navigating the sleepless nights, the hormonal roller coaster, and the constant pressure of caring for a newborn. Now imagine throwing another pregnancy on top of that. It's not giving miracle, it's giving cry for help. But instead of resting and healing, she's allegedly back on live, caught up in the chaos, pushing content like nothing's wrong. And let's not even get started on their living situation. These two already have 5 kids and are currently living in a cramped 1-bedroom hotel room. That's 7 people in one small space. Now we might be looking at 8. Where is the baby even supposed to go in a drawer? There's no space, no privacy, no peace. Just endless noise, stress, and complete sensory overload. One kid crying, another screaming, others trying to sleep. It's chaos 24/7. And the saddest part, they're packaging that chaos as content for views. It's not cute. It's not quirky. It's giving public meltdown with kids caught in the middle. And here's the kicker, this is not new. This behavior has been a pattern. The internet's been clocking this family for a while. Even during Stephanie's last pregnancy, people were already side-eyeing and asking, why are Yelel bringing another baby into this unstable situation? Back then, they were already a family of 6 living on government assistance, struggling to provide the bare minimum. Stephanie even admitted on a live that it took her an entire year to save up for a single-day trip to urban air so the kids could have a little fun. One day, 1 year of saving. Imagine this. Stephanie said it took her an entire year not to save for rent, not for school supplies, but just to take her kids on a single afternoon outing. 1 day of fun after 365 days of struggle. That alone speaks volumes. These kids are already living in conditions that no child should ever have to endure, cramped up in a 1-bedroom hotel room, with stress on all sides, and instead of focusing on improving their situation, what do Drew and Stephanie allegedly do? Boom, another baby, like clockwork. It's like they're using pregnancy as a distraction, or worse, a prop for their never-ending online drama. 1 single afternoon of fun after 365 days of struggling to provide even the most basic experiences. That alone should have been a wake-up call for anyone trying to build a life for their family.
Jenkins thing, I think it has to be rage bait. I mean, Stephanie says she's 30. She looks older than me. And I've been living with cancer for the past 5 years. I've been on chemo for 5 years. So my face and my features and my thinning hair, I look much older than I am because of cancer. She says they don't want to work regular jobs because it's going to take 10 years off their life. But the lifestyle that they're living is what's going to take 10 years off their life. And the trauma that they're putting their children through is going to really mess them up. And they're all going to need a lot of therapy when this is all said and done. They're laughing and teeing about it now, playing for the camera. But homelessness, inconsistent housing is trauma. It's traumatic. It's scary and heavy as an adult. Imagine being a child, waking up in a motel room that was converted to a homeless shelter, and you're going to school.
But instead of reflecting and asking themselves, how do we create more stability? How do we give our kids a better shot at life? They're allegedly doing what they always do, adding more to the chaos. And now, if the online whispers are even halfway true, they may be preparing for another baby again. That's not a surprise anymore, it's a pattern, and it's giving more addiction to attention than any kind of mature decision-making. It's hard not to think they're using pregnancy like some kind of emotional smokescreen. When things get tough, instead of confronting the reality of their financial instability, the constant stress, or the emotional needs of their 5 children, they throw another pregnancy into the mix like it's going to magically fix things. It doesn't feel like they're expanding a family, it feels like they're adding to their TikTok storyline. Each new baby becomes a fresh wave of content, another pregnancy announcement, another live stream, another reason for the comments to flood in. The uncomfortable part that a lot of people are now starting to say out loud is that this isn't just about irresponsibility, it's beginning to look like something much darker. There's a growing online theory that Drew and Stephanie are possibly indulging in some kind of breeding fetish. Now, no one has dropped a confession, and there's no concrete proof, but let's be real, the signs are kind of screaming. The pregnancies come back to back, often with barely any recovery time for Stephanie. They parade her bump in their videos like it's the main character. Their live streams are littered with comments and jokes that toe the line between oversharing and obsession. It doesn't feel like a couple joyfully expecting a new baby, it feels like a performance. And when you start noticing the way they talk about Stephanie's body, like it's a baby machine instead of a person who just gave birth 4 months ago and had serious complications like a hernia, it's hard not to feel disturbed. A hernia during or after pregnancy can be dangerous. Doctors strongly advise giving the body time to heal, usually 6 months or more. Yet here we are, allegedly, with another pregnancy on the horizon and barely any recovery time in between. What makes it worse is how detached they seem from the very real health risks. It's like they've reduced childbirth to a stunt, something to milk for content. Stephanie's body isn't being treated with care or respect, it's being treated like a tool for views, and that's where it stops being shocking and just becomes heartbreaking.
The hardest moments of your life and posting them for the world to see without your consent, because when you're that age, you can't really give consent. She's posting that stuff, and their classmates are picking on them and humiliating them. And once you leave the digital footprint out there, it's out there forever. People save those videos to their phone. I mean, this is some messed up stuff. I've never seen anything like it. All I can think of is it has to be rage bait, because nobody can keep producing kids like that, like a baby factory, and just not even think like, where are we going to sleep tonight? I don't get it. I don't get it. And before anyone comes at me, yes, my walls.
Meanwhile, Drew, who is supposed to be the father, the provider, the protector, isn't exactly stepping into those roles. Instead, he's more focused on building up TikTok clout. He's talked about wanting to hit 10,000 followers so he can share more of his life. But for what? It's not about authenticity, it's about attention. The new account that suddenly appeared after his old one got banned. It moves like Drew, talks like Drew, and stirs up drama just like Drew. Whether it's actually him or a very committed impersonator, the strategy is obvious: create buzz, drop a juicy claim, like "my wife's pregnant again," and sit back while the chaos drives engagement. And let's not forget what this all looks like from the kids' point of view. 5 children already, one of them a newborn who probably still cries through the night, and now possibly another on the way. All of them crammed into one single motel room. That room isn't just where they sleep, it's their kitchen, their playroom, their school zone, their everything. There's no break, no boundaries, just noise, tension, and stress 24/7. Imagine being a child in that environment, trying to sleep while a baby cries 2 feet away, trying to concentrate on schoolwork when there's nowhere to sit, nowhere to breathe, no quiet to focus. It's not just uncomfortable, it's emotionally and developmentally damaging. These kids don't have personal space, they don't have peace, they don't even have the chance to just be kids without constantly dealing with the fallout of their parents' choices. They're not swapping toys, they're swapping trauma. Every moment of frustration turns into a fight because there's no room to retreat, no space to cool off. Privacy doesn't exist. One kid has a meltdown, the others have nowhere to go. The pressure builds and builds, and school, forget about it.
Y'all read this shit. As some of you may have heard, we're expecting a new baby. My queen is such a great mother. The good Lord bless us again. Miss Jenkins, everyone. This came from Drew Jenkins, baby Daycare page, okay? Listen, I don't know how true this is. I know, it's just allegedly right now. I don't know if this is even a real page or if it's like a rage bait page. But in all honesty, if y'all pregnant again, first question, number 1, where are y'all having sex at? And please tell me where y'all having sex at. I swear, if y'all having sex around them kids, you are screaming for them kids to be taken away from you. You are screaming. I see somebody say, well, Drew stated, that's what the bathroom's for. There's no way you get that horny. There's no way you get horny with your kids lying right next to you. There's no way. I don't care how horny I am, baby. I'm not comfortable. You don't feel that they're going to open their eyes and see you and mommy, see mommy and daddy doing it. Like, what? And then they go back to school and tell the teachers, oh, yeah, I saw my mommy and daddy doing it. You don't think, you don't fear that? You really don't.
How is a child supposed to show up to class ready to learn when they barely slept, skipped breakfast, and live in a space that's more survival mode than stability? Stephanie's even said out loud they're about to lose their benefits. That should have been the moment everything shifted, the wake-up call to get serious, scale back the drama, and figure out a plan. But instead of recalibrating, these two are leaning harder into the chaos. It's like they've decided, if we can't fix our lives, we'll just make it go viral. Now, let's not pretend Drew is out here grinding. He's not sending out resumes or doing food delivery runs to make ends meet. He's chasing clout like it's a paycheck, thinking a few more likes and some trending drama will magically keep the lights on. As for Stephanie, she's no different. She's glued to live streams, bickering with strangers in the comments, calling out other struggling moms like it's a sport. The energy isn't let's do better for our kids, it's let's keep feeding the circus. And this supposed pregnancy, honestly, people aren't even convinced it's real. It feels more like a calculated move than a life milestone. Because if there's one thing the Jenkins know how to do, it's stir the pot just enough to get people talking, gifting, and subscribing. Nothing spikes views like a dramatic pregnancy bomb in the middle of a financial spiral. It's not family planning, it's chaos marketing. And the account that leaked the info, it's coming in hot, going after the exact same people who've been holding them accountable. Tired moms, viewers who care, folks asking, but what about the kids? Instead of addressing the concerns, they're flipping it, labeling everyone a hater, crying victim, and promising some big reveal if people just keep watching. Sound familiar? It's the oldest trick in the influencer playbook. Stir drama, create division, act misunderstood, then capitalize on the mess. Doesn't matter who's behind the account, Drew, Stephanie, or some wannabe puppet master. The playbook is tired, and we've all seen it before. But here's where it gets really sad. This isn't just another online saga. These are real children stuck in a life that feels more scripted than secure. Kids who never asked to be born into a TikTok storyline. Kids who are probably sleeping 2 feet away from a ring light and waking up to the sound of mom arguing with strangers in a comment section.
From their family, that they're addicts. That explains a lot. They're addicted to a substance, and more than likely, when they get up in the morning, they're either in withdrawal or they just don't feel good, so they need to do something in order to feel better. Here's the thing, guys: the writing is on the wall. Okay, Desiree needs to get her kid back. We need to ban this type of content on TikTok. I get that some people are making money off of it, some people, but these are 5 kids, okay? These babies deserve better. Let's start doing something more, okay? If you're a parent on this app, demand that this content be banned.
The question of whether Stephanie is pregnant again is almost irrelevant compared to the bigger picture. They're stuck in a toxic cycle, and the kids are the collateral damage. Every post, every fight, every performative live stream just shows us over and over again they're more committed to attention than accountability. The emotional toll this takes on a child, it's not something they'll just bounce back from. Growing up in instability, under the microscope, and constantly being asked as content, it leaves a mark. And the saddest part, no one seems to be stepping up for them. Not Stephanie, not Drew, not anyone who actually holds the power to shift the direction of this mess. So what's the truth behind this pregnancy rumor? Is it a legit baby on the way moment, or just another messy chapter in the Jenkins content machine? Either way, the fact that we have to ask says it all. Because when your life becomes one long live stream of dysfunction, the lines between reality and storyline don't just blur, they disappear. And babe, when the views stop rolling in and the drama fades out, those kids are still there, still living the consequences. And that's where we'll leave it for now, because let's be honest, with the Jenkins, the drama never really ends. Whether this pregnancy news is real or just another attention-grabbing plot twist, one thing's for sure. Those kids deserve way more than a life built around clicks and chaos. So what do you think? Is Stephanie really expecting again, or are we all just being played for views? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter in this wild saga. Because if history's any clue, the next twist is probably already loading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay messy, stay curious, and stay tuned.